Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome back to The Hangman. Previously on The Hangman, we actually completed the game. Now we're off to wrap up the game by getting the other endings, and to wrap up a second playthrough to achieve the true ending.
Sophie!
What?
I'm sorry that I shouted at you. I'm really grateful you helped me look for Pop, but you hate rats, right? I can handle the rest myself, so... And I swear I'll go back to David's, so please don't say anything to him.
Will you really be okay on your own? I won't tell David you're here. I'll wait for a while, and if you haven't come to David's, then I'll come pick you up. And then we'll look for Pop together, okay? Promise me you won't do anything dangerous. Pinky promise?
Got it. I promise.
Okay, be careful.
So this is the Sophie route. So from this point on, I think it's going to be a little bit different. If there's no differences in scenes, then I'll just skip them.
Didn't I tell you to hide over there? Why did you go all moving around?
Robert?
Sorry, Rob. I was looking for something. This right here, it's Mr. George's notebook. He showed it to you too, right?
That's neither here nor there. Someone found out you're here, Ed. A boy looking for his friend mentioned you.
You mean Will?
Yes, him. And that detective who's after you is here too. If Will tells him about you, it's all over. Let's get out of here, quickly. First things first, I'll get you to Sunnyside. My colleague Miles has a beachside cabin. It's not a popular area. You can hide a while there.
Sorry, Rob. I can't leave here just yet. I've got something to do.
What are you talking about? What do you have to do?
Like I said, it's about this notebook. Will found it for me. Now I know the method. You remember, right? What Mr. George and everybody said.
You can't be serious. You're going to take the word of that insane bastard?
Don't use bad words. I really hate them. Don't you know that?
Shut the hell up! This is not the time!
I'll go to the police.
What was that?
Once I'm done with this, I'll turn myself in. I did something wrong, so that's the right thing to do.
You don't have to do that! Listen, yes, you did something bad. You killed a man. But our old man tormented you for years. He threatened you, beat you, took your money. Who's going to have a problem with his death?
Rob. Thank you for hiding me. Bringing food really helped too. But it's okay now. I don't want you to go through any more trouble for me. And with everyone saying you're a killer, I'm sorry.
Who's there?
Sophie, oh no! Sophie? Why is she here? Because she promised me she'd come back.
You... Who are you? Will's friend. Did you hear us talking?
I didn't hear anything.
Don't lie!
Let go! Let go of me!
Rob, no violence.
She was listening to the whole thing. She knows I was hiding you. And your next hiding place.
No! Help, somebody! Mr. Keith! Mr. Keith!
You know that detective too?
Rob!
Come on!
Sophie, I have to go save her. I can't move my legs. Gotta hurry, or else Sophie. But
You leave right away and get to Sunnyside. I'll head back to the hotel for now. I need to prepare things.
Rob.
I'm sorry for everything. I won't abandon you anymore. If you're going to hell, I'll come with you.
I'm sorry.
oh no. Sophie, is she still okay? I need to look for her.
Sophie! Sophie! Get up! Hey! Come on, Sophie! Now!
She's not breathing. It's my fault. If I'd gone to help Sophie sooner. I need to find Keith. Find him and tell him about this. Where's Sophie? Survives the Sandman, gets trapped in the Boogeyman, and then comes hangs out in the Hangman. That was a very unintentional pun, by the way. Really. She is just so unfortunate as far as her coincidental, like, arrival in places.
Keith!
Why are you still here? I thought I told you to leave. What's wrong?
Sophie! Sophie's...
Sophie? What about her? Hey! Sophie's still here too, is she? I'll find her. You get out. I'll get you to the exit.
You're not gonna tell Keith what went down? Oh, that's not good.
Get back!
Keith? Keith! Keith! So much blood! What do I do? What should I... I think there were towels in the staff room upstairs.
So this is mostly the same, but with a broken gun, which seems to get broken in this route, and Sophie dead. I don't see a good outcome for our main characters in this route. Especially since the cutscene's starting so early.
Are you... Edward?
You're a detective, huh? I saw you in a magazine my father had. You're bleeding a lot. My coat's dirty, but it should stop the blood.
Don't touch Keith!
Will, he's wounded.
I said don't touch him! Get away from him!
Will?
Move! Get out of here! Don't lay a finger on Keith!
Will, calm down. Put down the gun.
But I need to treat him.
Shut up! You damn murderer! You killed Sophie!
No, that was Robert.
What?
Sophie! She came back here for me! She made that promise with me! Why? Why did you do that to Sophie? You bastard! I'm gonna kill you!
Wait, don't fire. That gun's...
No, don't shoot. Will, please!
Shut up! Huh? My hands. My hands.
It's okay, Will. Calm down. It'll be okay.
Whoa! What's going on?
Call an ambulance. Get him to a hospital.
Why did this happen?
The hammer broke when I dropped the gun. I noticed and tried to stop him, but it was too late. I take full responsibility.
Detective? Will wants to talk to you.
It's all my fault. Sophie came back because I made that promise with her. When Sophie got captured, I was too scared to move. I didn't go save her right away. That's why Sophie died.
Sophie's not dead.
Huh?
She was strangled and lost consciousness, but she's woken up now. She's at another hospital for inspection.
Wow, that's actually... I actually did not see that coming.
Thank goodness. I was so scared. I thought Sophie died because of me. In the end, the only idiot was me. I got the wrong idea and went nuts. I even ended up losing the hand I made our promise with. Now I can't touch anything, or write anything, or hold hands with anyone.
I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
Why are you apologizing? Don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. It's all my fault. I reap what I sow, isn't that right? Say something, Keith. Keith, wait! Don't go! Keith! Keith!
Will, please calm down.
Let go! Let go of me! Keith! Come back! Keith!
That's why I told you to find him quickly. You can't do anything alone, so going and doing that, you just lost the hands you need to hold anybody else's. But maybe it's for the best. If you stay in here, you'll be safe, even on your own.
I don't think that's very helpful advice, anti-adultery dog.
Where's Pop? I want to see Pop.
I'm afraid he's passed away. But it's all right. I'm here. Mime and Murdoch and Misery, we're all here with you, just like old times.
I think they all actually represent negative emotions. Mime is like fear. Misery is obviously, well, misery. Murdoch might be a little bit of a wrath.
Don't you remember? Out the window is the woods, and there, the hanged man is waiting for you.
Bad end too. Out of the window. I would argue Billy maybe represents kind of paranoia and cynicism.
Why did this have to happen to us? It's completely irrational. Ed, please, run away. You're a good man. I don't want you to suffer anymore.
I won't run.
It's kind of interesting how the characterization changes just on like little choices.
Rob, you can run. You're happy now, aren't you? You have a wife, a kid. If I make you and your family unhappy, I'll be really sad. I won't tell anyone you hit me. So, okay, Rob? Run away. I want to be happy too. Well, I wanted to meet your talking rat.
Ed, he's turning himself in. Thank goodness. I lost sight of Pop after all. I'll come look for him tomorrow. Right now I need to get out of here. So, depending on the characterization, Robert changes completely in his final moments. He's either kind of a prick, and he gets himself killed. He's either a sociopath, and he kills Sophie, or he's a reasonable person who just feels kind of overwhelmed by the situation. Although there's actually one more variation. I doubt if it's going to be different than these, but we'll see that one, and that's on the good route.
Sophie?
Will, oh, I'm so glad I found you. I was going around looking everywhere.
Why are you here?
Well, because we promised, duh. I said I'd come get you. Did you find your rat friend?
That's not important right now. There's a killer hiding out here.
What? What are you...
Sophie, you have terrible luck in life. You need to just stay home.
Keith told me to get out right away. I'll come look for Pop later, so let's just hurry out of here.
Never mind, you probably stayed home for the Sandman. You're just gonna have a rough life either way.
Right.
So I guess I'm literally just walking back to the entrance? Okay.
Ed!
Is that him? The killer?
Sophie, don't get in front of me.
Will.
Stay away! Keith!
Will, Sophie, get over here. Edward Hayes, do you know who I am?
A detective?
That's right. You've been here the whole time?
Yes.
I see. I didn't think I'd find you here. Everyone thought you were miles away by now.
I'm sorry. I'll go with you.
Will you now? That's good to hear.
But first, there's something I want to do. Could you wait a little while?
Doesn't that involve hanging all of us? No, actually, no, it means you got us. Difference.
Can't do that.
Big knife.
You're coming with me now, or else.
But...
Edward, you understand you've done something wrong. So you know what you should do, right? Right now, put what you have to do ahead of what you want to do.
Detective, please tell me something. Can I become happy?
I don't know. But if you make up for your crime and work hard, then it's possible. It'll just take time.
I understand. Will, I didn't mean to hide it, but sorry for scaring you. I wish I could have met you a little sooner.
Ed?
Let's go, Ed.
No, Robert's still a dick.
Rob! Stop! Don't do this anymore.
Hide them. And you're going to help us.
Rob!
I've made up my mind. I'm not abandoning you ever again. You killed our father because I left you behind. It was all my fault. Ed, escape with me. It'll be hard, but we might be able to get away. If you're going to hell, I'm coming with you. There's a car at the exit of the woods. Let's go, quickly. But first...
Doesn't have to be like this, man.
Rob, don't!
I know. Show me your bag. William Morton, huh? You came a long way. What kind of family you got? Parents? Voice box not working? Oh well, no need for you to talk. Just listen. You helped us hide their bodies. Understand that? You're our accomplice.
That doesn't mean anything.
If you go telling anybody about this, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth to kill you. Not just you, your family too. Even if the police get me, whatever it takes, however many years, I'll find you. You think that's irrational? So do I. Irrational things have made me and him suffer all our lives. If you let out this secret, you can consider yourself haunted by them too. Of course I know it's not justified, but what of it? I just can't stand this world anymore. I hate it all so much. I'll just take out anyone who tries to corner us. Be a good grown-up, Will. Keep your mouth shut. If you do, you and your family can live in peace too.
I'm sorry, Will.
Hey, kiddo. Sure is snowing today. What's the matter? Lost? Whoa, what's wrong? Hey, get up!
Will,
Cindy, is it? Seems your son collapsed near the woods. He had his student ID on him, so we contacted the school. But he's pretty weak and won't say a thing.
he's been gone since yesterday. I've been looking for him ever since. I can't believe he went out this far.
Huh, so he ran from home. Well, glad we found him. You're free to head on back now.
Why did you disappear like that? Why come to this town? Did you have some business here? You can't say. I've run away from home before, when I was a little girl, you know?
I don't think this has the same context at all.
There wasn't much reason. I just wanted to see a new world. I hope that's what it was for you too.
Mom. I love you.
I love you too, honey.
I can't tell anyone. If I open my mouth, Mom will be in danger. If I keep it shut, I can go back to life as usual. It's the only thing I can do. Because I'm weak. So that's the only way I can protect Mom. I just ran away from home. That's all I did. That's right. I didn't see anything. And nothing happened. Deep in those woods.
Bad and free. Deep woods. Anything that doesn't make much sense in the long run. Because the police are obviously gonna know Keith went missing in that building. And they're probably gonna know Sophie went missing in that general area, and they're gonna put two and two together because Will was there. And then they're gonna go and question Will. Either way, it was a bloody mess. Robert also went out of the way to hide the bodies. He had left a giant blood trail leading to the bodies. That I'm assuming he did not clean.
Thank you for hiding me. bringing food really helped too. But it's okay now. I don't want you to go through any more trouble for me. And with everyone saying you're a killer, I'm sorry.
You just don't listen, do you? Don't you dare turn yourself in. You don't need to suffer any more for that asshole.
Rob, stop it. Don't use bad words like that.
What's wrong with calling an asshole an asshole? And tell me, are you really taking what George said seriously? Don't believe in the ramblings of a criminal. Don't you know it's all goddamn nonsense? All stained with this shithole shit.
Stop it! I told you, I hate it. I hate bad words like that. My head's hurting.
I'm the one whose head is hurting. You're all bastards! Every one of you! Wake up, Ed. You're the biggest victim here.
Stop.
Why do you have to drag us down?
Stop it! 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 Rob? Rob! It happened again. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. What should I do? No, it won't be enough. I'll need to go looking. But first... Will. I need to find Will. Will. Did you find your talking rat? Oh, I wanted to meet him. Too bad.
Ed. Ed, did you kill your dad?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That day I messed up at my job at the Chinese place and got fired. When I got home and told my dad, he got really mad and hit me. He always hit me, but he said something that time. Why do you make me suffer? Because of you, I'm unhappy. It was a huge shock. I always thought that by working and everything, I was making him happy. Before I knew it, he was on the floor, bloody. My hands were all bloody too. I killed my dad and fell into the pits of unhappiness. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to disappear somewhere. That's when I remembered this place. We were poor and suffered, but I liked how everyone helped each other here. Once I got here, Rob came for me. He figured I must have been hiding here. It seems like Rob was doing all sorts of things to help me escape. He brought me clothes and food. But still, I've decided I won't run anymore. Between Dad and Rob, I've done unforgivable things.
You'll go to the police?
Yeah, once I'm done with something important.
Something important?
What Mr. George taught me. All the homeless people who lived here suffered because we were people who couldn't work and did bad things and betrayed people. The priest said we were punished for our deeds, so we had to do good work for society and make everyone happy. Mr. George said all the years you suffered, those were the best years of your life. But they weren't happy years. No matter what, we couldn't become happy. After all, for someone to be happy, it takes the sacrifice of other people, especially sinful people. The same way our sacrifice made other people happy. For us to become happy, we had to sacrifice others. That's why Mr. George and the people who agreed with him did that.
You mean the incident 15 years ago?
Right. He called it like a ritual to become happy. Rob dismissed it as just self-destructive. I guess someone like him couldn't understand. Someone who could work hard and crawl out.
But they were all arrested, right? The ritual didn't make them happy at all.
It's not about good and evil in the law, and it's not about good and evil in society. It's a trial to become happy. It's just the first step to escape from your suffering. It's not the result at the end that's important. It's the process.
I don't get it.
I guess you wouldn't. But that's fine. This is our philosophy that only we know. No one else needs to understand it. Will. It was when I met you and heard your words that I was reminded of Mr. George's teachings. When I first saw you in the hall, you were confessing. I'm a demon child. Because of me, a family fell apart. I'm glad I met you. I want to be happy too.
Get back!
Keith? Keith! Keith! So much blood. What do I do? What should I... I think there were towels in the staff room upstairs.
This person's a detective, huh? I saw him in a magazine once. He's a bad person. He kills lots of people.
Huh?
Good. You wouldn't have been enough. Because now I need to make up for Rob, and not just Dad. I'm glad I met him too. Now I can clear up 2 misfortunes and be happy.
Ed, stop it! This is just a joke, right?
Don't move, Will. Just follow me and don't do anything. Or else I'll snap his neck. The rope's a little long. Will, do you have a knife or something? Lend it to me. Now I'll hang you up and cut open your stomach. That's what Mr. George did, right here. It said so in the notebook, too. It might hurt, but it'll be over quick. Just endure it. Thank you, Will. I'm really glad I met you.
Run!
No.
Don't die now. You'll mess up the order. You're supposed to be hanged first. After you're hanged, then... Will, get back here. There's not much point in running. I know this building. I'll catch up quick. So, okay? Come back.
Will! Run!
Is he gone? Keith. It's okay. He's still alive. Keith's alive. I need to go help him. You're so dead. That's going to happen to me too. I'll be hanged like this. I'll be killed. He's going to kill me. I'm going to die.
No!
That's right. You'll be hanged like this too. It was going to happen sooner or later. Behold, this is what your future is. Cornered by the irrational, driven to death, you will be next.
No! I won't be hanged! Never! I'm not like you! I won't end up like you! I'll do it! If doing nothing will get me killed, then I'll...
You came back. I went pretty far looking for you. Well, let's get started. I'm going to the police station, so I need to be quick. Will? Why? It hurts. My leg hurts. It hurts. My arm. Stop. Will. Don't shoot. No. Rob, help. Please. No. Help.
Serves you right! This is because you left me no other choice! I guess it's that simple. It's kill or be killed. If I don't do anything, then someday I'll be driven into a corner and killed. So then, anyone who corners me, I'll do this to them. That's right. That's what I came here for, isn't it? Anyone who makes me or Mom suffer, I won't give them a chance. I'll get rid of them all. That's what I need to do to live. I'll never be a hangman! David?
Oh no, David.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have disappeared like that. I wanted to talk about something, but I got too nervous and ran away. But it's okay now. Okay. Thank you. I'll be fine. I won't get lost again. I'll head there now, David.
There's always one ending in every game where the main character becomes some kind of evil murderer. Even Sandman had the one ending with Sophie becoming some kind of demon of darkness. Bad End 1, A Cornered Rat. So there is supposed to be some different scenes. And I think this is one of them. Something's written on the floor. Demons, huh? If David didn't write this letter, then who did? Come to think of it, there's an opening quote, but not a closing one. Maybe there's supposed to be more. David seemed like a nice person. He hadn't changed at all since then.
What are you doing there?
Oh, so they did meet each other before.
There's a ladybug.
Hey, there sure is. It's cute. So, why are you here?
'Cause my dad died.
I see.
I don't really get it. What does it mean he died? Did Dad go somewhere?
He went above the sky, I guess.
If I took an airplane, could I go see him? I'm too scared to get on airplanes.
There's no need for that. You'll meet him someday.
What's it like above the sky? Can I get there too?
It's a good place, but you can't be going there yet. Only good men can go there.
Good men? Is Dad a good man?
Oof.
I don't know. Can you tell me something? What kind of person was your dad? Did he play with you a lot?
Yeah, he played with me all the time. Dad likes to fish. He takes me with him, but it's sort of boring. But see, he drives me there, down to the lake, and I like cars, so it's really fun.
I see. Then your dad must be a good man. I'm sure he's waiting for you there, above the sky. Once you become an adult, and a good man, it might be nice if you go visit him.
My name's Will. Actually, it's William, but everybody calls me Will. Who are you, mister?
I'm David. David Hoover. See you, Will.
I didn't want to come to this conclusion either, that David was the one who wrote this letter. But I can't think of anybody else who could have. Keith seems to know David pretty well. If he says David didn't write this, then that's probably true. David seems to be still the most relatable character that came out of this entire series. Everyone else is a little bit more of a caricature. Like Keith's a tough detective, and Sophie's kind of like a timid teenager, and Will's a angsty young person who talks to talking mice who may or may not be Mickey Mouse. But David has the most relatable, kind of normal story with like depression and everything in relation, and he's a nice person.
Now, hang you up and cut open your stomach. That's what Mr. George did, right here. It said so in the notebook, too. It might hurt, but it'll be over quick. Just endure it. Thank you, Will. I'm really glad I met you.
Keith!
Don't move. I'll untie the rope.
Keith! Keith! Get up! Come on! What do I do? I need to get away from here. But... What should I do?
Ah, jeez, I can't stand to watch this. Looks like you've gotten yourself in one heck of a mess while I've been running around, eh, Will?
Pop! Please help me. I don't know what I should do. Tell me.
Use your head. You can't be relying on me forever.
I can't do anything.
Oh, really? You realize if you do nothing, that guy'll kill you?
I don't want that.
Well, you could always just save yourself.
No! I definitely don't want Keith being killed.
Then you better do something. He'll come back while you're dawdling. Oh, fine. I'll give you a hint. Beat it!
Huh? What are you talking about? I can't run away and leave Keith behind.
Will. You're a clumsy coward. Running's your strong suit, right? Just gotta add a little courage to it. I've given you enough hints now. To protect the guy, you gotta run. You get me?
I see what you're saying. But if I mess up... I know. I'll look for a weapon.
Don't even think about it. Sure, even a rat like me can bite back at a cat when he's cornered. But what happens after that? Once you taste blood, you'll do it again. Will, you've been kept up in your room, looking out the window, and you felt like that showed you what the world was, so you despaired. You're scared, afraid that man's hanging from the tree outside, wondering if you'll end up like that too. But that window's fogged up. You gotta leave the room on your own 2 feet, so take the first step. You're not a guy who's taken by delusions and hurts people. Ain't that right? Show 'em the funky strength of your fight.
Will.
Keith!
Hide somewhere. Look for a chance to get out of here. Don't let Edward find you.
But what are you gonna do? Once he comes back, he might kill you.
You don't have to worry for a grown-up kid. Think about your own safety.
But...
Listen. Your father died when you were young, but I know he never wanted you to die like this. So, do what I'm telling you. Please.
You're right. But I could tell you the same thing. I know your son wouldn't want you to die like this. I'm going to get his attention and lead him away from here. That way he won't come near you. While I do that, you hide. And when you can, get out of this building.
Stop. Don't be rash.
Keith. Thanks for protecting me. Again and again. I'm glad I can meet you.
Will!
Damn it. Don't I know you can definitely do this. Yeah, show them, Will. Go show them how you're not a useless brat.
Will!
Don't cry. Stop shaking. You can do this. You gotta do this. I know you can definitely do this. Yeah, show them, Will. Go show them how you're not a useless brat.
Will.
Hey, asshole! You want to kill me, right? Go ahead and try, but I bet you can.
I told you, you shouldn't use bad words. I really hate them.
Oh yeah? So what? You think I care what you like or hate? I'm not gonna play along with your shitty philosophy. I'm not like you.
Will!
You angry? Just try and catch me! Dumbass! This way, stupid!
I think this is new. I was so worried, I couldn't help but come back. But I wonder if Will is still here. I hope he doesn't yell at me like, "Don't come back." He may be cowardly, but he can really get angry. Kind of cute in a small animal way, but... Oh, hi Keith,
Mr.
dying.
Keith? What happened? Those wounds.
Sophie, lend me a hand.
And also a bandage and some blood. And some disinfectant. I'll run away as far away as I can. I've got to buy time. This one's a fairly standard loop. As long as I remember where to go. Which is a little harder to remember. You think. Alright, then this should be the new ending. Dead end.
Will.
Keith should be long gone by now. I told him to run away while I was leading you around. There's no point in just hanging me, right? So this is it for you! Ed. I was always uneasy. I was worried I was delusional and nuts. So the fact that you believed me about Pop and understood what I was saying, it made me happy. But it's no good. If you completely go into your own world, you're ultimately going to be all alone. You can't keep living like that. You won't have faith in yourself. I need to get out of the room I've been in. I need to become an adult. Don't you too? Sacrificing someone won't make you happy. Even if it does, you'll definitely regret it someday. Especially when you're as kind as you are. You need to leave that rundown place and shake off those delusions haunting you. Atone for your crimes, Ed. That's what you need now.
do anymore. I know there's something wrong with me, but then what should I do? Dad and Rob, they're gone. No one can tell me anymore. Please, listen to what I'm saying. There's no other way.
Even if you become happy that way, it'll still just be you. You'll always be all alone. And someday, you'll end up hanging yourself. I don't want that at all. I'll never be a hanged man!
Will, are you okay?
Sophie! Keith!
You did good. That was pretty cool.
Will!
Jeez, I can't stand to watch this. Don't cry.
Now this is new.
Is somebody there?
Over here, Will.
Mr. Rat, you can talk?
Hey, Will. Why are you crying?
It's been a while since Dad died, but I still get really lonely sometimes. I think maybe I'll never see Dad again.
Hey now, what's crying going to do for you? Your dad's just gone on a long journey. You'll definitely meet him again someday. To get ready for then, you gotta be a real good man, Will.
A real good man?
If it just kind of cements that Pop is kind of the representation of his father watching over him.
I was just thinking about how he could escape from this cage, but I'll put that off. I'll be someone you can talk to for a while. So don't cry all by yourself, Will.
Your stories are always really funny. Oh, Billy talked to me a lot too, but it's a lot more fun talking with you.
Oh,
Poor old Billy.
Of course that old man's preaching is boring.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Billy since you came. Or Mime, or Murdoch, or Misery.
Yeah, they won't be coming back no more, because I sort of came in their place.
What do you mean?
Meetings and farewells come in sets, and it'll be the same for me. Someday I'll leave your side.
You're going away?
I think you could argue that each one of the imaginary friends, quotation marks, is representation of like stages of life and emotional states.
Of course. After all, I'm a world-traveling super rat. I can't just sit still in one place. I'll stick with you for now because you're pitiful, but I'm planning to set out again soon.
Don't go. I don't want to be alone. I'm lonely. Dad left me without saying anything. Mom might do the same. And people say I'm a weirdo who talks to nothing. I have a few friends at school, but I don't have any friends I could tell the truth to. I'm scared that someday I'll be really, really alone. If that happens, what should I do?
Will. Didn't I tell you? You gotta be a real good man. A real good man knows there are hellos and goodbyes. He takes action and tries to see the world for himself. Sure, there's a lot of people who will leave you, but there'll be a lot of people you meet too, see? Hey, Will, you realize that? You're a real clever guy. You're not just a scaredy cat. You're super sensitive to your feelings and changes around you. You think hard about even the smallest things. You try to figure out what happens and why it's that way, and you give it a name and make it yours. Those are your treasures, the essential pillars of your world.
So yeah, basically confirms what I just said right there.
But whatever you do, those pillars crumble. You gotta get new ones, or else you can't keep up with the world. You gotta meet lots of people, experience lots, and keep your world fresh. Do that and you'll never be alone. So listen, Will, you should never despair all alone. You can't hide in your own world. When you're uneasy, you can always remember me, the super rat who gives your little self courage.
I know. I know, Pop. I knew this moment would come for a long time. It's time for us to part. I know that, but I hope you forgive me for still clinging on to you. It's just, I wanted to say goodbye.
Does your injury still hurt?
It's better when I'm moving around instead of sitting still. Maybe it'd hurt less if you gave it a little kiss.
I wouldn't be surprised if, aside from a few backstory cutscenes, this is pretty much exactly the same ending.
Not in front of a child, honey.
He's not a child anymore.
Then, I guess I can't say no.
That's right. I'm not a child, so do as you please.
So you're awake. How are you feeling?
My soul's hurt like hell.
I'll bet they do, after all that running around.
Are you okay? Should I call a doctor?
Are you Keith's wife?
Yes, I'm Helena. It's nice to meet you. Your mother's on her way here now. You can meet her soon. I'll go tell the doctor you woke up.
Thanks.
She seems nice.
There's no seems about it. She is.
Keith, what happened with Ed?
He confessed to his father's murder. He's being questioned now. Robert's seriously injured, but he's alive. We're waiting for him to regain consciousness. Their trial will be starting soon. You might need to give some testimony. Are you up for it?
I'll be okay. I can see what happened. David.
Keith, thanks for calling me.
You're late. He just woke up now. I'll step out for a second. Take over for me.
David. Ow!
You idiot! What were you thinking? Disappearing without saying a thing.
But, I mean...
No buts. Do you know how long I was looking for you?
I caused you troubles, so I thought I shouldn't cause any more.
Didn't you realize disappearing would make me worry more? Doing something so conceited and selfish. You're like your father that way.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's talk a little. And don't run this time. Got it?
Okay.
Just another new cutscene.
Thought you quit smoking.
This is my last one.
Seems he found this in his dad's possessions. Figured he didn't need it anymore, so I took it. This is what got him to come here. You wrote this letter, didn't you?
Why do you think that?
It's your writing.
When have you seen my writing?
On the paperwork for the world's worst tour. Got a chance to see it after the fact. Why'd you write this to him? Were you trying to threaten him?
You got 1 out of 3. Yes, I'm the one who wrote that. But I didn't mean for it to be a threat. And most importantly, it wasn't addressed to Will. It was to my father. I really resented my father. I was 14 at the time. I couldn't forgive him for abandoning my frail mother. But one day, when he sent pictures of his child, I had a thought. Sure, I resented my father, but was there any reason to resent this child? You're a demon child. Someday you'll be burning in hell for your sins. That's only the first part. But you're blessed, because you had a blessed child. Your child gave you light, showed you the way. Go on, you pitiful man. No one's going to blame you anymore. Familiar with it? It's a quote from Detective Crawford, specifically the Hanged Man episode.
Oh.
My father liked the show and watched it with me. I figured he would know the line, so I didn't even need to write the rest, but I did include the card as a hint. Any child should be blessed. They shouldn't be burdened with their parents' sins.
That's pretty artsy, David. It caused a lot of misconfusion.
These were words of celebration only he would understand. I just hesitated to write the celebratory part. It was sort of meant to be playful. I'm sure my father must have understood it. That's why he held on to it.
Why'd you call his mother?
It was about money. The money my father left before he left home. I hadn't touched it the whole time. I set aside some for my mom's funeral, but there was a lot left. Then, I remembered Will. Still in junior high, so I thought he might need money soon. Shirley told me I could do what I wanted with it, too. But before that, I wanted to tell Will about our father, so I called Cindy, but she refused me. She said it was too soon to tell Will what his dad did. But I talked with Cindy again earlier, and she understood. Because when Will finds the path he wants, she doesn't want him to have to give it up because of money.
You can just take the inheritance, you know. You're bound to need it sometime, too.
It's stubbornness, plain and simple. I felt like I should support my family with the money I earn, not my father's money. Maybe in spring, I should invite him to a baseball game or something. And if I went with Will to visit his grave, I wonder what our dad would think there in the afterlife.
I'm sure he'd be happy. It's about time for Will to take off. Not going to see him off?
I talked with him plenty earlier. I'm fine.
Right. Me? I'm not sure what I'll do.
What's the matter?
It doesn't feel good keeping secrets from kids. I get the urge to tell them the truth.
I don't think telling the truth is always a good thing, especially when it's to a kid.
I'm not sure if really Will's a kid. He is kind of 14 or something.
Guess so.
Oh, it was the rat.
Ugh, it's cold. You're saying that now? I worry about you every day.
I actually can understand the context of Keith not telling the truth in that situation.
I'm glad that I got to have a proper talk with David thanks to you.
It's an emotional low that wasn't really needed at the moment.
Though, leaving without a word to me, not so much. If you make dinner tomorrow, I'll forgive you. I look forward to it. The train's about to leave. Come on, quickly.
Will!
Sophie.
Good, I made it in time. You're leaving already?
I decided to go back home for now.
Ah, that's good. Did you find Pop? What did he say?
If it's fine with you, you can think of me as a big brother. I want to get along with you. He's so dumb. There's no good reason to have a gloomy guy like me as a little brother.
What are you saying? David said that because that's what he wants. Or is it because you don't want that?
No. It made me really happy. Sophie. Thanks for everything. For helping me out.
You should really look at people when you thank them.
Stop it! Don't touch me, you dummy!
Sorry to butt in, you two.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
I'm sorry we couldn't find your rat.
It's okay. Pop told me all the time. I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place.
This is completely different right here.
He stayed with me because he pitied me. But maybe he thinks better of me after this. So I'm sure Pop set out on his way. I'm guessing Pop won't come back. But maybe somewhere far away we'll meet again.
So that means Keith lies in the original good ending completely, and that's why the rat doesn't talk back to him.
It's really sad to think of it as a final goodbye. But by the time we meet again, I'll be a good man who he won't be ashamed to call his friend.
Right. That sounds good to me. Cold out here. David said once it warms up, he wants to go to a baseball game with you. So come back in spring.
Give me a call when you come visit. I'll tell you all the good places in town that aren't those creepy woods.
Okay. Thank you.
Sometimes I like to imagine that tiny little rat, his tiny little body full of big dreams, going anywhere and everywhere on his journey. Good at number 2. Tiny Rat Journey, aka the true end.
I'll go on ahead.
Mom? Sorry for worrying you.
You're saying that now? I worry about you every day. I'm glad that I got to have a proper talk with David thanks to you. Though, leaving without a word to me, not so much. If you make dinner tomorrow, I'll forgive you. I look forward to it. The train's about to leave. Come on, quickly.
Will!
Sophie.
Good, I made it in time. You're leaving already?
I decided to go back home for now.
Ah, that's good. Did you find Pop? Oh, really? Too bad. I heard about you and David. Did you talk with him?
Yeah.
What did he say?
If it's fine with you, you can think of me as a big brother. I want to get along with you. He's so dumb. There's no good reason to have a gloomy guy like me as a little brother.
What are you saying? David said that because that's what he wants. Or is it because you don't want that?
No. It made me really happy. Sophie. Thanks for everything. For helping me out.
You should really look at people when you thank them.
Stop it! Don't touch me, you dummy!
Sorry to butt in, you two.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
Will, I brought something you forgot. Couldn't be bringing it into the hospital naturally.
Huh? Pop!
I think this guy might understand humans after all. He was acting up, but when I said I'd take him to Will, he settled down.
You went looking for him?
I was just wandering around during investigation and caught him in a net. That's all.
Why did you have a net on an investigation?
Every detective needs one. Don't forget it. Cold out here. David said once it warms up, he wants to go to a baseball game with you. So come back in spring.
Give me a call when you come visit. I'll tell you all the good places in town that aren't those creepy woods.
Okay. Thank you. I'm really glad you came back to me, Pop. You're hungry, right? Want some cheese? Pop? Hey, Pop. Mom's asleep. You can talk now. You won't talk anymore? I see. Well, it's fine. Whether you talk or not, you're still my friend. That was a really long day. Feels like a lot changed. I'm not even sure what exactly, but I'm sure there's been a really big change. A long time ago you told me, before I parted ways with you, I had to become a real good man. After this, I feel like I've come a little closer. I'm still cowardly, no courage. I don't know what's wrong or right. But still, I'm not a demon child. Even without someone teaching me about the world, I'll be fine. I'll meet lots of people, go lots of places. I'll find it myself. So much snow. I hope spring can come soon.
Epilogue Snowman. Congratulations on getting the second good ending. As a bonus, there are character bios, descriptions of the other games in the series, and messages from the voice actors. Please enjoy it. Once again, thank you for playing the Hangman. So that's it for the Hanged Man. That's actually all the endings, so we have the full characterization of what happens and everything. And as usual, or at least in the previous games anyway, the bad endings change the complete tone of the game. But the main meat of the game is still the same, like it's just different scenes towards the finale. But anyway, this is the final game in the series of the Strange Men. There is apparently going to be maybe spin-offs if you really want to get around to it, focusing on some of the other side characters, but that's about it for the main storyline. And if I actually had to grade the entire series now, that it's officially over, I would say Hangman's probably the weakest of the bunch, with Crooked Man being the best, and then Boogeyman and Sandman kind of being about even in different ways. Maybe Sandman might be a little bit weaker. But I'd say the Hangman it's not actually a bad game by any means. I actually just despise the level of backtracking. The way you unlock the endings seems a little bit more tedious than the previous ones. And some of the ways of unlocking the endings that stuck around from the previous games, like playing the whole game again just to get one ending difference, I feel like that's very tedious, because there's not much incentive to replay the game. Like, there's nothing much new except for one scene. So it's just kind of a chore. And whenever you make your game a chore, I don't like that. And to get some of the other endings, I had to replay the final kind of half section of the game 3 times total to get all the endings in this game. And that's, like I said, that's kind of tedious and unfun. Some of the backtracking would be alright also if there was some more tension to this game. This is not actually like a tense game at all. There's not much fret till the very, very end. And I feel like some of the backtracking boringness could have been elevated by having a fret. Or, like, it could have been even just spooks from the random ghosts. It could have been maybe a shadowy figure that kind of stalks you, which could have been implied to be an Ed at the end. And maybe kind of Ed's trying to do the ritual off and on. Sometimes pops up, tries to like catch you or things like that. And then in the end it's like, oh, that was Ed. Something should have happened where it made like backtracking a threat, so you're not just kind of like just going back and forth between empty rooms. Aside from that, writing-wise, there's nothing really wrong with this game. The characters are fine. Robert and Ed are good enough antagonists. Sophie kind of gets underused a bit, especially if we're not going into the bad end routes. But aside from that, writing-wise, everyone else was fine. The plot doesn't really do anything too crazy or anything. It's just the gameplay, directing just needs some tightening, because nothing else really much happens till like the final 10 to 25% of the game. So, is this a good way to end the series finally? Could have been a little bit better. But we did see everyone's personal story resolved, so that's fine enough. If Eerie does decide to make some other games that aren't connected to the Estrangement series at all, I know people don't really talk about too much, but I'd like to see kind of return to something like The Mermaid Swamp, which I actually kind of liked. Which had this kind of good mixture of like horror and mystery and tension, and like a little bit of a kind of internal lore. I'd like to see kind of a spiritual sequel to that. I feel like that'd be interesting. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play The Hangman. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.